Welcome, priestesses, priests, family, and friends. Welcome to our 41st anniversary of the Fellowship of Isis. And we also have a sacred ceremony, the consecration of the Lyceum of Auset, Hauhet. Did I pronounce that correctly? So we have double ceremony. And thank you all for being here. And we're not going to be so long-winded now, because we want to get this show on the road.
We're going to do something unusual today. We're actually going to cast a circle twice. The ladies from Long Beach, Temple of Isis Long Beach, will be calling the quarters. And then I'm going to call on members of the Lyceum of Auset Hauhet to call quarters again. And the reason we're doing this is we're setting up a sacred circle within a sacred circle. Forming, if you use your imagination, it's like forming the solar glyph they use in astrology, because the patroness deities of the College of Isis, that Denise is going to be consecrated as a hierophant in the Fellowship of Isis, the patroness deities are Athena and Isis. And Isis, as you know, is the daughter of Ra, and her star is Sirius, which is considered by many to be the hidden sun. And Athena, Olivia believed that her shining helmet was infused with solar energy, and that her spear of light was as well, and that her Medusa breastplate was representative of the hidden or inner sun. So that's why we're going to do this. Yes.
We call upon you, Isis, Nekhbet. We call upon you. Come to our circle. We call upon you in this form, in your sacred form. Come to us. Come to us. Blow upon us great power. Blow away all the negative energy. You are strong. You are ravenous. Blow away the negative energies. You are strong enough to take away the sorrow. Destroyer. Take away all those things that would cloud our day. Use your strong winds. Blow away all the doubts. All the things that would cloud our minds, that we may see the great glory. Let us become refreshed. Blow away doubt. Blow away trouble. Eat away at the negative, the doubt in our minds, in our hearts. Be the destroyer. Be the one that wipes us clean, that takes away the doubt from this circle, takes away the anger, destroy the disturbed minds. Let us enter this space with clear hearts, with clear conscience. We call you to our sacred circle, this perfect place, in love and trust. Bring your sisters, bring the winged creatures, bring the doves, bring the ravens, bring that wind. Bring the clarity. Come to our circle now. Blessed be.
Blessed be. powerful one, goddess of passion and fire, lend us the passion of your heat. Join this sacred celebrations. Be with us now as we celebrate the Lyceum, Auset, Hauhet, the 41st anniversary of the Fellowship of Isis. Be with us now. The fire within us burns for truth and light. All hail, Sekhmet, O powerful lion. Blessed be.
Oh, Isis, east, west, water. Prayer. I'd like to read you a prayer. It's written by Olivia Robertson on October 10th, 2004, the Isis Oasis Guidebook. I have my own words, but these spoke to me more. Isis, you are the present defender of the abused, whether children or animals, and of all beings who suffer. You are the winged Isis of the future who brings star power. Our past is the earth, our present is the sun, but our future is the stars. Oh, so holy Isis of the sky goddess, daughter whose divine starry body is the Milky Way. Inspire us with your creativity and joy that we bring, and with hope live into a wonderful and inspiring future. So be it.
Mother of the gods, goddess of the starry night, protectress of the earth, spread yourself over us. Provide us your protection. Give us wisdom. Please be with us. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Thank you, that was really wonderful. Now with the members of the Lyceum of Auset, we're going to call a quarters, so they get into position and call a quarters, please.
Powers of the east, powers of air, Auset, our patron, our symbol, our strength, she of 10,000 names, goddess of the primordial waters and outer space, we beseech thee to join us at this time as witness to our ceremony. May you bring us strength in intellect and in knowledge.
Powers of the south, powers of fire, Astrea Ma'at, goddess of purity and divine justice, lady of the starry night, we beseech thee to protect the sanctity of this ceremony. May you bring us a sense of right action and the spirit of childlike wonder as we explore the mysteries of the universe.
Powers of the west, powers of water, Nebhet, lady of the temple, most useful goddess, greatest of all nurses, we beseech thee to guard us in our health as you witness this, our ceremony. May we rest in you in the night as you bring us the deepest of mysteries. So long it be.
Powers of the north, powers of earth, Athena Thebe, goddess of wisdom, eternal warrior, we beseech thee to keep our knowledge safe from those who would destroy it as you witness this ceremony and forevermore. May we be guarded by your shield and guided by your wisdom. Blessed be.
Now will the companions of the Lyceum of Auset, Hauhet, assemble for procession, and Denise, you will be in the deck. Anniitra, will you offer a blessing to the candidates?
Blessing for the Lyceum of Auset, Hauhet, and her arch, Hierophant, the arch, priestess Hierophant, Denise Dumars. Is your name?
Priestess Hierophant Diana Auset.
Priestess Hierophant, Diana Auset. All hail! All hail! All hail Auset, Hauhet. Many blessings for this gracious Lyceum on the west coast of the USA. All hail!
Are all those assembled today in agreement that this candidate should be consecrated as Hierophant?
Yes.
All hail!
Then I declare that you this day are consecrated as Hierophant in the College of Isis, of the Fellowship of Isis. May Athena bless you with her wisdom. May Isis hallow your heart. May the goddess Astrea light your pathways with the clearness of the stars. May Nephthys guide you and protect you on your spiritual journeys in other realms. I declare you Hierophant and founder of Lyceum of Auset, Hauhet. Anniitra. And with your certificate,
I present you, me, Priestess Hierophant, Lyceum, Auset, Hauhet of the west coast of the USA.
there it
All
is.
hail!
Priestesses of Vesta and Mott, would you come forward, please? And present the new Hierophant with the scroll.
In the name of Goddess Vesta, I present her scroll to you. May you carry her sacred flame out into the world.
What I would like to do before I present my mission statement and my blessing is I would like to call up our co-founder, Stefania Ebony, to read for you a poem by de Tracy Regula, which is in itself something of our mission. And it was the poem that we read on the day that we decided to choose the version of Auset that we speak of, Auset Hauhet, who is Auset of primordial waters and the stars and outer space. Stefania?
Do I have to switch anything on, or is it on? Okay. Into the stars I will take your name, O goddess of the desire of my nature. On my soul it will be emblazoned in letters of light and life. I will seek your resting places among the stars, and I will make lights to you that will not grow dim nor flicker out. To you I will make altar lights of lasers and dance holy circles in space with a chariot of steel and plastic. Step on my back and let me be the boat of millions of years, to carry the gods through every night of space to the places of days. I will make for you a temple measured with galaxies for cubits, and call on each altar star by one different of your myriad names.
So we were joking around ahead of time. Can you guys hear me? Is this on?
It's not on, but we
Oh, we can hear you.
I'm gonna turn it on.
No, we can hear you.
Okay. Did everybody hear
You were loud
something?
enough, we can hear you.
Okay. We were looking at this earlier and someone was asking me, are you now going to be called Right Reverend? I said, I don't know, I can be Wrong Reverend. Or as Lori Nix said, how about Left Reverend? Let me first present our mission statement the mission statement of the Lyceum of Auset, Hauhet, which was composed by Reverend Stefania Ebony, priestess and co-founder, and Reverend Denise Dumars, myself, Hierophant Diana Auset, co-founder. Our mission is called Educating the Shaman Time Traveler. The reach and strength of Auset is limitless, considering the aspect we have chosen for our Lyceum, that of Auset of the primordial waters and the reaches of space, also known as the multiverse. She encompasses the international faces of the goddess on this planet, and on whatever other inhabited planets there may be, or are in the process of evolution. The Lyceum of Auset Hauhet relates and interprets mythos from ancient times and makes them meaningful in a modern context. We educate and inform by teaching, celebrating, and recreating the stories of international and perhaps someday interplanetary goddesses and their consorts, who enrich our intellectual, spiritual, and emotional growth. These deities offer celestial, scientific, and earthly role models to those in need of inspiration beyond the strictly material purposes of utilitarian education. The seeker, sometimes referred to by Olivia Robertson as the shaman time traveler, looks to science and spirituality, the wisdom of the ages, and the in-knowing of one's own heart for answers to life's mysteries, and perhaps to evolve new questions. The seeker is ever a seeker, regardless of rank and degrees earned. The rites and mysteries of the goddess and her consort will be taught according to both Fellowship of Isis published liturgy, scholarly sources, and that of our own talented scribes. Everyone who seeks with us in good faith is both student and professor, learning and sharing knowledge with each other in safe and loving space. I have been asked to bless those gathered here today, and by extension, all of those who belong to the FOI, and especially those who belong to our new Lyceum who were unable to be here today. This is for all of you in sisterhood and brotherhood throughout the world, for we are a truly international brotherhood and sisterhood. My blessing to you today is for both peace and enlightenment, and as Barbara Ardinger would say, endarkenment as well. In whatever way you choose to study the goddess, the god, in whatever way you choose to learn the mysteries of the universe, we wish for you that it will be done in peace, in joy, and in the company of those who share your beliefs and your values. That is what we wish for all of you today. Thank you. Blessed be. Last thing I'm going to do, and I swear it won't take much time, I'm going to do something that Lady Olivia used to do. I really wanted to do this, I'll just take a second. Whenever I saw Lady Olivia here in Southern California, she always did a prophecy. And I'm going to do one the way she used to do one. My prophecy is that, like the unfolding of the lotus, our love and happiness, sisterhood and brotherhood that we have called together will expand and grow and bring light to the mysteries, to more and more of our beings. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It was an honor and privilege.
Do any more of your ladies have a poem or a meditation?
Would anybody else like to speak on their behalf?
No.
I'm sorry.
So now?
Toast. They say toast when we.
I will-
Oh, well. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not bad. I like that. Jillian. Yeah, Jillian. Jane couldn't be here today, so Jillian's gonna read a poem on Jane's behalf and her own. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Jane asked me to read this. This is of her composition, and it appears in the front of the book that she created that is an anthology of women's spirituality. Deep in your warm waters, stardust impregnated your womb, and I was born. Bonded to you then, remembering you now, O joyful Mother's Day. I knew you as creatrix, moon, sun, and stars, and sat in your tree of wisdom among the snakes and birds. I smelled the air and became strong, conscious, and loved. I was almost destroyed when you were scarped and I was left helpless at the soul of violence. Oh, unhappy knowledge. I have walked such a dry road, but I have found you. And we wept, as did Persephone and Demeter. May your winged spirit soar free, and your story be told, and peace be in your body, before we are all stardust. Amen with joy, O found Mother. You are the first people I'm going to inflict this upon. It is amazing. I found this a year or so ago at the Out of the Closet thrift store in Pasadena for $15. And I said, and it took me about a year to say, you know something, I really ought to tune this thing. And so I ordered a tuning wrench and was amazed at what I heard. My life goes on in endless song, a mother's lamentation. I hear the real though far off hymn that hails the new creation. Above the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It forms an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? But though the tempest loudly roars, songs in the night it giveth. I shall not lose my inmost calm, as to that rock I'm clinging. Love is mother of heaven and earth. How can I keep from singing, though tyrants tremble sick with fear, and hear their death's bells ringing? When friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? In prison cell and dungeon vile, our hearts to them are winging. When friends with shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing? I have to leave you now. I have another appointment, and I am so sorry. But bless you all.
Bless you, Jillian. Is there anyone else from the Lyceum Hauhet who wants to say a poem or meditation before you close your course?
Before we devote the circle?
I could do a quick meditation if anybody wants to do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
After that?
Yes.
Wing it. Okay.
Yay, great.
Tell me I'm a writer, I guess I better prove it. Okay, I'm not gonna stand up here, I'm gonna kind of wander around over here. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, could everybody sit with both of their feet on the floor, their hands on their laps? And once you are seated comfortably, if you could just gently close your eyes. It'll take you on a little voyage through space. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was a planet. Let's call this planet Gaia. It was a planet that was surrounded by an ocean. It had one continent, one giant continent that was all squished together. And in this ocean, there was water. On the land there were volcanoes. In the sky there was smoke. But no birds sang, no creatures chittered, no fish splashed. Then one day, into this primordial ocean, arose a goddess. The swirling darkness of the waves, the green and the gold and the blue, the gray and the white caps coalesced into a woman's body in the shape of a goddess that we sometimes call Isis, we sometimes call her Auset, we sometimes call her all kinds of things. She has 10,000 names, I'm not going to say all of them now. And she stood, and she looked around herself, and she said, "Hot damn, look at all the building blocks of life I see in this ocean." And she kind of splashed around in the water a little bit, and she kind of agitated a little bit like a washing machine. And pretty soon, these amino acids and these other building blocks of life, they started to get together, and they started to do a little dance. And before you knew it, there were little creatures swimming and swimming and swimming all around the goddess, laughing and playing. And she's so happy there are creatures. And the next thing you knew, these creatures grew, and they created different forms. And then the next thing you knew, one of these creatures decided, I want to see what's out there beyond this ocean. I hear there's land out there. I want to see what this land really is. And this little creature decided to turn its little fins into feet. And it kind of dragged itself up out of the water, and it looked around, and it turned back to the goddess Auset and it said, "Hey, Mama, come on down, the land's fine." And Auset walked up out of the water and followed the first land dweller onto the land of the planet Gaia. Auset enjoyed watching evolution as it took place on this planet. She cried when races of beings died off. She cried when asteroids hit the Earth. She cried when there were ice ages and famines and volcanoes and climate changes. But she stayed, and she always stayed, no matter what happened on Gaia. But you know what? Out beyond this planet called Gaia, there were many, many other planets, those that us poor beings here, we have no names for. I hear one of them's named after beer. That's pretty cool. TRAPPIST-1, it's named after beer. And these planets also began to evolve. Things started happening, stuff started churning around. All of these building blocks of life started becoming conscious and started understanding themselves and started to want to see other things and other beings and other places, and said, "Hey, I wonder if there's anyone else out there. I wonder if anyone else out there knows our goddess," who some of us call Auset. I wonder if they know her too. They're probably very far away, but, you know, we hope they know her as well. And we do. And then one day, somebody said, "You know what? We've got all this science, let's do something with it. Let's put up these gigantic telescopes. Let's send out some light. Let's send a record out there. Remember records, LPs? Let's send an LP out there to the stars saying, 'Hey, how you doing?' in about 75 different languages. See if anyone's listening." We put up these giant telescopes, these giant radio things, to see if anyone's out there who will say the name of Auset back to us. So what I would like for everybody to do right now, just not out loud, but in your mind, I would like you to say the name of Auset to someone somewhere out there in the universe, and maybe he or she or it or they will hear you. So just think the name of Auset. Now imagine the blackness of space, all the stars. Imagine the colors you might see out there, those same colors as the ocean, blues and greens and grays and white caps, ultramarine, all of these dark and beautiful colors. And imagine those colors becoming the face of the goddess, the dark and beautiful goddess. And imagine the face of Auset, and just to yourself, in your mind, speak the name of Auset to her face. We are all the children of Auset. And Auset is our child as well. We are all made of star stuff, and we are all brothers and sisters. Now take a good deep breath, let it all out. And when you are ready, you can say goodbye to our celestial friends for now, and open your eyes and be ready to continue our lovely evening. Thank you. Anyone else from the Lyceum Auset Hauhet? Okay. Would you like to do both the borders now, please? Yes. Let us stand.
Fina Thibe, for blessing our circle. May your wisdom guide us always.
We humbly thank you, Hauhet, for blessing our circle. May your wisdom guide us always. We descend with Hauhet, descend with the night bark.
We humbly thank you, Astrea Ma'at, for blessing our circle. May your wisdom guide us always.
We humbly thank you, Auset, for blessing our circle. May your wisdom guide us always. We arise with Auset. We arise with the day guard.
It is finished. Thank you very much. Yeah? Would you like to do the poem? This is my husband Jeffrey, in case anyone doesn't know.
Hello. It's a pleasure to be married to my beautiful priestess wife, Linda. And this intro she wrote, as well as the poem. Nathor, the pre-dynastic bird goddess, from the Yahoo group Isis Magic, created by Laura Jane's daughter in honor of M. Isidore Forrest's book. A musician once told Linda that bird calls were imitated to form the first types of language, and birdsong fueled the creation of the first music. Images dating from 3600 BC were found in graves in Mohammerian near Edfu. They displayed beaked faces and arms which sweep up like bird wings, a superb blending of bird, woman, and deity. An ancient Egyptian creation story tells us of a cosmic egg sheltered by the primeval father goose. But it was the female principle that generated that egg. She flew among the imperishable stars while the world was still flooded in silence. I wish to share the poem that Linda wrote about the great bird mother of the Nile, whom some have called Nathor. The ancient mother, the radiant golden one, came forth from the abyss, searching for the other. Below her, a speck of golden light, which loomed ever larger as she dove to meet it. Feathered with fire, the tips of one great wing brushed the surface of the silent water. Screeching in disappointment, she rose again into the heights, not knowing it was her own mirrored beauty that had beckoned. Crying, she rose upwards, the strong and fiery one, shaking droplets of water from her wingtips, which were alight with the fire of her body. Thrown out into the depths of heaven, they became the eternal stars. Far below her in the moist darkness, her touch brings a quickening. Tendrils of light flow out into the still water. They take hold and coalesce, drawing strength into a kernel, a hidden seed. The seed becomes mantled in a mound of fertile earth, which has rushed to form around it. And it rises from the ancient sea, engendered by the touch of the radiant one. The seed bursts forth pure and fragrant, as a great blue lotus with a heart of golden fire, reflecting the perfect beauty and living light of the strong-winged mother of all. Peace.
Something I was going to try and show you today. I don't have quite the right mirrors, unfortunately, but I had a lot of adventures with Olivia at the Nesu house. for over 10 years. I stayed there with her for 5 days solid, and my two friends over there were there most of that time too. And the Nesu house is on the grounds of Isis Oasis. And first year we were there, and everything in Isis Oasis, because the buildings are old, things are a little quirky. And I knew that Olivia got up really early in the morning, like at 5 or 5:30. So I said, Olivia, if you get up, wake me if I'm not up, and I will come and light the gas fireplaces for you, because they were a little tricky, and I knew she wouldn't be able to do it. She goes, oh, no, I'll be fine. Well, as dawn was coming the next morning, I saw this little head, my door opened to my room, this little head peeked in. She goes, Linda, are you awake? And so I got up and I lit the gas fireplaces. They were kind of tricky and a little scary, and I didn't have any matches. There were no matches anywhere. So we had a gas stove in there at that time, so I rolled up paper towels into wicks and lit it that way, which is not the best way to do it. It worked out okay. It worked out okay. And then I made her scrambled eggs and toast and tea. Barry's tea was her favorite, and her favorite alcoholic drink was Bailey's. And this year, 2017, marks the centenary of her birth. And I brought 2 cakes so we can celebrate. It'll be a little early, but we can celebrate her birthday together, her 100th birthday. She always told me by the time she was 100, she would be in spirit sphere. And I would say, oh, Olivia, the way you're going to run circles around all of us for another decade or 2. Because she was amazing up to the very end. Her mind was clear. You really couldn't pull anything on her. She just caught everything. She was truly amazing, and I loved her so much. We'll never see her like again. We were blessed to have her. And she told me one morning about some mirror magic that she and her brother used to do in the temple. I said, wow, that sounds really interesting. Is there some way you can show me? And she said, yes, there was. So we found a couple of mirrors. We lit a candle. Everybody else was still asleep. You see, I got up with her in the first few years before other people caught on. Oh, wow, Libby's up. We can all go to the But she was showing me how this worked. And I'm going to try to show you today, but we'll have to, because these mirrors aren't quite the same. What they did was, in the temple, the castle walls are really thick, maybe like about like this, you know. And so they had like a stained glass window. These were the 2 of the windows that looked out onto the lawn part of the castle. So if you could see in clear glass, you'd look out into the yard around the castle. So they were facing out, but they had stained glass, and the temple at that time didn't have a lot of electrical lighting, so it was kind of dark in there. So she and her brother got the idea, her brother Lawrence, to put panels of mirror on either side of the stained glass panels, set into the thickness of the wall. And they did this thinking it would reflect more light in, which I think it did help a little. But what they discovered by accident was that the way these mirrors were situated, they reflected whatever they put in that window shrine ad infinitum. And like if you light a candle and you have it between the 2 mirrors, you get the reflections just right. It spirals outward. You see the reflections bouncing back.
Wow.
So it's really an amazing effect. So I'm gonna see if I can get the mirror right. You'll have to come up and look in the mirror to see. And I can adjust it. I'm gonna have to demantle the altar just a little bit. And let me see, I should be able to move this out. And when we did it in the Nesu house, I had a makeup mirror that I brought in my luggage. And we found another little mirror, and she showed me how it looked, and it was really spectacular. It's a simple thing, and I'll read you also so if you can come up and look in here, I know that it's the only way to do it. It's really pretty amazing. It just spirals out. See all the candle flames in But, and at the temple, I guess it's even more so because you have the right kind of mirrors and they're at right angles to each other, parallel to each other. But it's really fabulous, and I'll read you what she wrote about it too, but it's really an incredible effect. Can you see it?
You guys rotate and everyone can see.
Yeah.
Not sure what I'm looking for.
Just look in the candle mirrors.
Oh, and you can, if you really crouch down, you get it from this side too.
Oh, okay, good.
But you gotta really, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you kind of at least can get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't, I'll do that.
Yeah.
You can at least get the idea of how it goes.
Yeah.
Huh? The candle.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. They just reflect, the reflections bounce off each other. Yeah, it's like, isn't that amazing? And so, I'll tell you, I'll read you what she wrote about it once you see the flame. If everybody wants to take a look.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
I see it, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, you put two mirrors together, you can see like more mirrors.
If you get it just right, you can see a bunch
Then
of
you
them.
take a little else.
It works better when, I'm gonna have to rig up some mirrors for this to show it a little better. But you get the idea.
Don't you see?
Okay, does everybody have a look? Let me see if I can. How's that, Tony? Yeah. It's really an amazing effect. And once she and her brother discovered this, they started doing magical workings with this. Because you could multiply it ad infinitum. Any offering you put up there, they did an Aquarian grail ceremony, so they did chalice and well water, and multiplied it out into infinity. They had food offerings for the hungry. I'm going to read to you what, oh, there it is. Can you see it?
It's a corridor.
It's infinity. It's infinity. Yeah, you get the idea. It's really pretty awesome. And they did it by accident, you know, and discovered this. And what Olivia wrote was, in our temple, there fortuitously occurs. In our temple, there fortuitously occurred mirror magic. Owing to the thickness of the castle walls, we were able to put two large mirrors either side of a window in our temple. We did this with two windows to augment light, but we discovered that an image of Isis was multiplied in both directions, theoretically to infinity. We had stumbled upon a reflective fractal. If we could multiply our statue of Isis thus, how about one candle set in the window in the Irish signal to absent friends? At harvest, we could multiply wheat to feed the hungry. What is performed magically can affect material events. So we now multiply a chalice of our holy well water in our Aquarian grail ceremony. The mirrors represent the moon, the candle, the sun. They are joined as if in eclipse. We can place crystals, images of deities, food, drink, anything that requires multiplication. And that's what it was. And she wrote later on, the goddess does not subtract, she adds, ad infinitum. So that was Olivia's writing on this subject. And also, in honor of the centenary of her birth, which actually, she was born on a Friday the 13th, in April of 1917. Doesn't figure Olivia would be born on Friday the 13th. Now, Jeff and I brought up 2 cakes that we're going to share tonight. It'll be an early birthday celebration for Olivia. So So, thank you, everyone. Bless you.
I'm gonna go up there because everyone has my.
I'm sure that not everybody memorizes everything from every year, so I'm going to go ahead and say my favorite words from Isidore Forrest, invoking Isis Alethea again. It's also the best introduction I have. I am Isis Alethea, Lady of the Hall of Truth. Though I have no temple of my own, yet no temple exists without me, for I am the heart and soul of every temple. Without me, the universe would crumble. The gods could not exist. The oneness could not be. I am that which is right. I am that which is true. I am the keeper of the divine spark. There's been, today, as last year, the themes seem to come together. And there has been much invocation of the primordial goddess, meditation on the primordial goddess in the cosmos. And I want to share with you a piece from the Holy Order of Mary Magdalene, and written by Rosamond Miller in 1992. And she always says it every year on the Feast of the Magdalene. I've used it in ritual and to make a ritual, and Anniitra said, oh, no, we're just going to do the piece. That's it, just the piece, as Rosamond does it in the Rite for Mary Magdalene in July. She who waits. In the darkness she waits. In the north, in the polar place in which she dwells, she waits. In the cold and in her solitary place, she waits. She waits. She waits. Her face is dark and weathered. Her face is lined and leathered. She waits. She waits. She waits. And her age cannot be known or said with certainty. She has seen the birth and death of the many children she has borne, and the animals who are also her children. The world is savage, and survival is hard won, but she lives and waits and watches. Unlike the gods who die, she lives and waits and watches. She waits. She waits. She sees down the ages from her solitary place, and she is known. She is singular in all her realm, and she is known. She waits. She waits. Somehow they know her, despite the solitude and the distances they know her, and they come to her. Her face is dark and lined like old leather, and she waits, and she waits. And her breasts are empty sacks and hang down when she stands, as she stands now, watching and waiting. They who know of her come to her. She is Shamana. She waits. She waits. She is the first. They come to her and she empowers them with fire, the same fire which has darkened her. She gives. Through her hand she gives. Her breasts are empty now. Through her hand she gives what she has now to give. She waits, she waits. And through her hands, she bridges the time and the space, and she links us now with her. We extend our hands and make a circle now with her, for she is with us. She waits, she waits. This is our lineage. She extends her arms and hands. She is like the tree of life. She extends out, and through her flows the eternal priesthood, the priesthood of Isis and Melchizedek, Yeshua of Nazareth, and Miriam of Magdala. She extends out and out like the tree of life. She waits, she waits. And now through us, she still extends and gives the dark fire. And we are the lineage now. We watch and wait, with hands joined, with souls joined. We watch and we wait. Her face is dark and weathered, her face is lined and leathered. She waits, she waits. We wait. Yes, it is.
Still do one step.
You're probably all familiar with the pyramid texts. They're the oldest funerary texts that we have. You can't hear me? Okay, you're probably all familiar with the pyramid texts. Okay, you're probably all familiar with the pyramid texts. They're the oldest funerary texts that we have from ancient Egypt. They date back to the 5th and 6th dynasties, which is roughly 2400 to 2300 BCE. They basically contain a series of spells or utterances that allow the pharaoh to protect his remains and then ascend into the afterlife. They have spells for bringing the gods in for assistance and also threatening the gods to comply if they won't comply. So what I've done is I've basically selected one of these spells. It's called a Litany of Ascension, and it was designed to help a pharaoh ascend to the afterlife. I've tweaked it a little bit so it's not specific to a pharaoh, but it's something that can be specific to all of us. And I just wanted to share it with you all. I actually find it quite beautiful, and I hope that you guys do as well. Your head is like that of the vulture when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your skull is like that of divine stars when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your forehead is like that of Anu when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your face is like that of Hauhet when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your eyes are like those of the Great One, who is chief of the souls of Heliopolis, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your nose is like that of Thoth, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your mouth is like that of him who traverses the great lake, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your tongue is like that of truth in the boat of truth, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your teeth are like those of spirits, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your lips are like those of when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your chin is like that of when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your back is like that of a wild bull when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your arms are like those of Set when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your heart is like that of Bastet when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your belly is like that of Nut when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You're like of the two Enneads when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your seat is like that of Hauhet when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your buttocks are like those of the boat of the evening and the boat of the morning when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your phallus is like that of Harpy when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your thighs are like those of Neid and Serket when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your legs are like those of the two souls who before the field, and when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your feet are like those of two morning boats of the sun when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Your toes are like those of the souls of Heliopolis when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You belong to a god, the child of a god, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You are the child of Re, his beloved, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You are begotten of Re, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You are conceived of Re, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You are born of Re, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. This magic is in your body, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You are the great scepter in the great court in Heliopolis, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You are, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. You are Horus, the child, the youth, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Nut is she who cannot be fertilized without putting down her arms, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Geb is not diverted from his way, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Each god who constructs not a stairway for you, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky, he shall have no cake, he shall have no shade. He shall not wash himself in the bowl. He shall not taste a leg of meat. He shall not pass a cutlet over his lips. The earth shall not be hoed for him. The offerings shall not be made for him, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. It is certainly not you who says this against you, O gods. It is magic which says this against you, O gods. You belong to a region under magic. Each god who constructs stairs or a stairway for you, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Each god who vacates his throne in his boat, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. The earth shall be hoed for him. The offering shall be made for him. The bowl shall be made for him. He shall smell a leg of meat. He shall pass a cutlet over his mouth, when you ascend and lift yourself to the sky. Each god who takes your arms to the sky, when he comes to the house of Horus, which is in his car, shall be justified before Geb.
I know. I thought I knew what was going on. I thought you were going to hurt me. My phone died. My name is Kristen Kennedy. I'm an artist. I'm a priestess with the Fellowship of Isis and
Oasis. I would like to introduce my artwork. One of the big things when I first met Lady Olivia, and it was 2 years before I became ordained, and she was going around in a circle, and she was whispering things in everybody's ear, and I was on the edge of my seat trying to say, what is she going to say to me? What is she going to say to me? I'm so excited, you know? And she comes up to me and she whispers in my ear and she says, you're going to lead a group with integrity. And I went, whoa, what do you mean to lead a group with integrity? That was very frightening to me. But over the years, the word integrity stuck with me. And it became more than just this concept of leading a group. It became more about finding my inner truth of who I am as a person, as an artist, as a priestess, as a mother. Who am I? We always ask ourselves that question, who are we? And we start to list off all these things that we are. But is that really who we are? And I asked one of my shaman teachers one time, I said, I get confused when somebody asks that question, who am I? She says, you are existence. You are bliss. And I had to think on that for a moment. But from that moment on, all my artwork, everything that who I thought I was became clear. It became this one single purpose, this one single soul, spirit. And it just all coalesced. And so I would dream. After that moment, I had so many dreams. Dreams that just came and sometimes rolled me over. And I would struggle to sketch them down or write them down, and some would just pass me by and probably go on to the next artist. But those that I was able to capture, those messages, those spiritual messages, I captured and I created and brought into this existence. So they are now existence, and they are bliss. Someone said to me one day, I made this sculpture, I made that sculpture, and I made probably a dozen more and more. And they said to me, do you notice that all of your sculptures are in some sort of body position? And I said, yeah, you're right. You know, I never really thought about it. This is just how I saw them in my dreams. And they said, have you ever read about Felicitas Goodman? Are any of you familiar with Felicitas Goodman? She has the Cayuga Institute down in New Mexico, I think, where they actually study ancient sculpture and the body positions of these sculpture as being positions shamans would take when they go into trance, when they would pass between worlds to get a message. And I didn't think about it then, but it made sense because everything I get in dreams, and having many teachers, I always say I'm five generations disconnected from my tribe. And so those teachers to me, my mothers, my grandmothers, they don't have the knowledge that they once had, and they can't give it to me. So I feel like they're calling out to me from way back in through my dreams and bringing me the knowledge and the teachings that I need. And it's for me, now that I'm at this particular age in my life, that I can understand a lot. So I started to take my sculptures and I started to assume positions. Matter of fact, in my exhibition, I had them all in this spiral circle, and I made this giant sand mandala. And I titled the piece, Shaman Says, Assume the Position. And it was kind of funny, some people kind of went, oh, okay. And they would literally go around and sit and assume the position of each sculpture. And I found that amazing, because they would sit there for 5-10 minutes, just sitting there, and they would get up and they would have this sense of peace and balance. And this one is particularly special to me because bear spirit is my ancestral spirit, passed down through generations. This is the wisdom given to me in dreams, so I take it at face value. I have no reason to deny. So this position, I'd like to invite all of you to stand up and assume the position. And basically, if you stand just in a relaxed position, maybe your feet 6 inches apart or just shoulder width, And you want to bend your knees because you don't want to lock your knees out and probably lose some circulation. And you're going to take your hands and you're going to pretend like they're bear paws. And you're going to put your thumbs up and you're going to just put them here right above and create this little pyramid right above your belly button. And just kind of sit into your position. Think of tighten your butt. That really helps. And you're going to breathe in, just relax for a few minutes and breathe in. I always recommend when people breathe in, but then again, you can do it your own way, is breathe quietly so that you can hear your body. And I would like for you guys to kind of keep your eyes open while you do this, because sometimes your body starts to have a mind of its own and you might fall to the side or something. So just assume the position. If for some reason you need to sit down, feel free to sit down and still continue this position. Okay, well, I play with the harp. I would just like to open up the floor. The purpose of the Bear Spirit is to, when you find yourself kind of scattered, especially from long road trips coming down to Long Beach, is to help bring you back into yourself, to help bring peace and joy, and remember who you are, who your internal integrity and your existence and bliss is. And I find that when I worked with any one of these sculptures that I did, that they all kind of brought me different messages. So I invite you to, especially with the Egyptian pantheon that a lot of people, is to explore these positions within your own spirituality, see what they can bring you as far as messages. Thank you.
So, I'm a little confused because I didn't know I was supposed to be special, have like my own little like thing going on like everyone's been having going on. So,
I put you on the spot.
yeah, I thought we were just gonna, have like a little talk about the goddess and, things like that, and it's gonna be a birthday thing, and so, this one would say, I figured it out. There's something that's been going on, and I think it was brought to light today when Linda mentioned something earlier, and thinking about Olivia, I think there was a lesson I forgot that I've learned today, and I think it actually is about, I'm so not good at this. I'm better with wine. So leading up to today, I've had all these little sort of mishaps happen. I started making a new, I'm evolving, so my wardrobe is evolving, my tools are evolving, and I thought I knew where I was going with them, but I'm not the one going anywhere with them, something else is. So, I have this elaborate headdress I've been working on, and I was collecting pieces, and I wanted to have it done before I came here. I asked my son to throw a bag of garbage away, and he threw the bag of all my pieces in the dumpster. So that went on hold. It's still at my house, and so I thought I'd make some hair, some decorated hair that I could clip in with some wig clips, things like that. I had some beads going on, and it's stuck on Kristen's wall. She has something growing in her living room now. It's coming along. So, I had a different outfit picked out to wear here, something more spiritual, and every little thing that I brought, some little piece of something was missing, and I guess what I'm getting at is there's a lesson that came to light today, and I think that is the one thing that, of all the things that over the years I have learned from Olivia, or from anyone else, but mostly from Olivia, is it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to come together. Your vision doesn't have to come out the way you saw it. And the biggest lesson is spontaneity. I don't need that wand that fell out of the plane along the way. I don't need the crown or the elaborate headdress. This thing is great. It's got a full head of antlers and everything. And, I'm probably gonna have to put some little screws in so it can like stay on there. But all I need is me. All I need is you guys. All we need is whatever's right here. We can make a crown out of anything. Our hair is our crown. This is my ritual garb today, and it works. And I don't even know where I'm going anymore with this, but I guess,
Coyote.
huh? Yeah, Coyote's been in my life lately. If you see him running around, tell him I get it. It's okay now, I've got it. We're good. So, I guess that's it. I don't know how to close this out. And my drum died. So,
Sing for us?
yeah. Can you sing? Can I sing?
How's your voice today?
It's okay. I did make a new little song. Do you wanna help me sing it?
Well, yeah, that's.
I have this little thing I go to called Daughters of the Moon, and,
I'll follow you.
You
I
got it?
kind of remember it, so. You were saying it.
so I don't know, this just came to me, but, sure. This is my bad side, you get over here.
Because I read lips, and so it's probably easy for me to follow you.
Okay, this is called Daughter of the Moon. You may have heard us singing it a little bit earlier out there. I was trying to even remember it to share with my best friend, my sister Christine. So here goes, we're gonna try it.
Daughter, sister, woman.
Okay.
Feel free to follow on.
I am a daughter. I am a daughter. Daughter of the moon. I am a sister. I am a sister. Sister of the moon. I am a woman. I am a woman. Woman of the moon. I am a daughter. I am a woman. I wrote it, I can't sing it.
I'm a daughter.
Tell me how I did it.
I
am a daughter. I am a sister. I am a woman of the moon. We are daughters. We are daughters. Daughters of the moon. We are sisters. We are sisters. Sisters of the moon. How you doing? We are women. We are women. Women of the moon. We are daughters. We are sisters. We are women of the moon.
That's
it.
Stop it there. We did 3 rounds outside.
So short and sweet, and we meant to make that happen.
Were you introduced properly to the audience? I'd like to just say that these 2 ladies both studied with me at my Lyceum, and for many years they were up at Oasis in the Nesu house, because that's what they live in.
Nesu gang.
Yes, this is Angeletta Van, and this is Kristen Kennedy. And Kristen and her husband and Angeletta drove down from Fresno to be here today. And Angeletta flew from actually Washington State. And
No, this time Idaho. I live in Idaho
She's
now.
living in Idaho. Okay, Idaho, to be here today.
Oh, wow.
She's lived in 11 different houses, but I've still been in the same one for the past 10 years.
So I'm really thrilled, because I haven't seen them for a few years now, and it's just been really an honor to have them here. Thank you. She was hitting the floor with her hands.
Yes, but there was wine.
And bananas.
Oh, I don't know why we're still up here.
And speaking of which, we're gonna have a short break while we fix the feast. And then after that, during the feast and after, we will have the Rhythm Sisters. Hi, we got candies in the house. So they're on their way, but right now we're gonna set the table. We have food in the oven, we got food on the stove, we got food everywhere.
And we're going to open some wine. We have to release the elements.
Oh, we'll have a little bit of that.
Wine has been. Has it now? Did you want a little? You said you can only have that much? Yes, I can. Yeah, I tell you, it will be bad. Well, I can do afterwards. But I should probably do.
Linda, we're gonna do a boom, circle down.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
Circle down. Okay. Yes, all in a circle. Ready? Circle, circle, regular circle, circle down, north, south, east, west, and south of the spirit. Now we got to cook, you got to go in there, you want to get some wine, get something to wet your throat.
Glad you're here. Should see her.
Okay, everybody, our mic is not working, but my voice is. The Rhythm Sisters are honoring us today. So get ready. Come, my sisters, the Rhythm Sisters, remember your power. Woo!
Number 4.
Are we going outside?
We will be starting with an invocation. If you would like to join us in our invocation and stand towards the directions as we call in the directions, feel free to join us. Okay? is a song dedicated to all women everywhere. Now we're going to sing a folk song for you, accompanied by a goddess song. Oh, sorry. We're doing Middle Eastern first. I have my lineup. Thank goodness I have my girls beside me. All right, we're going to do a Middle Eastern song, and we're going to be accompanied by this magical, wonderful goddess of a woman. She's amazing. Owner. Hello. Hello. She's going to dance for us. Some of you might know this song, but we've got a twist on it, and Marguerite's going to be singing a Peter, Paul, and Mary song inside of it.
It's a little older, it's a little bit older, but they popularized it and so did Sting, so you might recognize the names.
We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain.
If you know it, sing it.
Going to the ocean, we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain. Going to the ocean, we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain. Flowing to the ocean, we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain. Flowing to the ocean, we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain. Flowing to the ocean, we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain. Flowing to the I like singing with you.
We couldn't tell.
All right, now we're going to go to West Africa. West Africa. And this song in particular is called Moriasa.
Morbiasa.
And it is from Northeast Guinea. And it is a song that is dedicated to women. And this is a woman's dance, so if a woman has gone through something very hard, very trying in her life, and got through it, maybe she's lost a spouse, or she's had some infertility,
Or she had to fight to keep her house.
something along those lines. And she got through it, then she can dance the Morbiasa. So this is a dedication to women everywhere who have gone through hard things and came up the other side. Ready for your stuff? Morbiasa! Hey, Morbiasa! Morbiasa! Hey, Morbiasa! Morbiasa! Hey, Morbiasa! Morbiasa! Hey, Morbiasa! Woo! separately, I teach men and women, online. She does, I do
Skype.
online, Skype, and in person.
Yeah. So the classes are in
Harbor Heights,
Harbor Heights.
for women only on Mondays at 2 o'clock. So, welcome.
Now y'all need some eat.
There are some people that are interested in some designs or artwork or.
Artwork
Come
over
on
there.
here.
Artwork over here. Donations.
Or not.
Say it with cash.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I know what I figured out how to do
Okay,
it.
somebody wants a future.
I want
Grab your friends and play.
because I want the belt to Ryan, but it's all complicated. I just go, just do the belt. There's 3 dots. That's all I do.
Yeah.
And I'll know how to do it. Because Ryan's also known as Diana, and our teacher and leader, Denise Dumars, became Diana as
Yeah.
the priestess. So that she became Diana, I'm going to have the warrior's belt.
There you go.
Next time we'll do that a little longer.
When did you get it?
One more picture of the awesome goddesses.
You're the rhythm sisters. Rhythm sisters.
Woo!
Thank you all very much.
One more.
Okay, Brian, you can leave. All right. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for your